Alright, so we've got some interesting news regarding a potential casting for the upcoming Star Wars Starfighter movie starring Ryan Gosling and being directed by Sean Levy. Now, this is kind of old news at the time of this video being released, but I still wanted to cover it for those who hadn't heard yet, and it is that Mikey Madison passed on a role in this upcoming Star Wars film. Now, this has had Star Wars social media in kind of a mini frenzy for a slew of different reasons, but I'm just going to quickly talk about this news and try to give my objective opinion on it as we go along. Now, of course, Mikey Madison, if you didn't know, has been a big name around the industry, at least over the last year or so, due to her role in Anora. It won her an Oscar. I have not personally seen the movie, but from what it sounds like, this girl's got some chops when it comes to acting, so it is unfortunate to hear that she has passed on a role in the Star Wars universe, and just looking at her and her features, I think she definitely could have played a good character no matter what the species or race. She could have been a Jedi, she could have been a bounty hunter, they could have even painted her up and made her an alien species. I think she would have fit the part very well, and of course brought her good acting skills to the table, but that is not the case, as she just straight up passed on a role to star alongside Ryan Gosling in this film. Now, it hasn't been said exactly why she passed on it. It could have been a conflict of schedule, or it could have been she just didn't want to be associated with the franchise. Now, that is where a lot of people are torn. Some people aren't too up in arms about it, but a lot of people are stating the fact that this actress, who has just recently kind of made their way to the top, is already declining Star Wars, one of the biggest brands, if not the biggest brand on the planet, and they're saying it is very embarrassing for Lucasfilm and Disney, and that is one take that I do agree with. Obviously, she has the right to pass on whatever film or television project she wants to, and I'm not knocking that whatsoever, but on behalf of Disney and Lucasfilm, that is definitely not a good look. I am going to give Mikey the benefit of the doubt and hope that it wasn't the latter of the two and that she just couldn't make the time for it. And even if she wasn't interested in it, that is totally okay, but that does say a lot for the state of the franchise, where you have these up-and-coming actors and actresses who just don't want to be in the franchise. And what's even crazier is that she didn't want to be in a Star Wars film that is totally standalone. It's a new story, a fresh start, alongside Ryan Gosling, one of the biggest A-list names in Hollywood still today. He's fresh off the Barbie movie, and Sean Levy, also fresh off one of his biggest successes of all time in Deadpool and Wolverine, and Mikey Madison, also off the biggest point in her career, just said no, which again is unfortunate in my opinion. I would have loved to see her portray any character in Star Wars, but that is just not the case, as she has passed on this role for undisclosed reasons. But regardless, it is a sad day in the Star Wars fandom when somebody just says, I'd rather not be in Star Wars, So hopefully they can turn this ship around, and hopefully this movie ends up being good. Regardless, we are just going to have to wait and see how all of that pans out. But I just wanted to talk about that real quick, old news or not. I want to know what you guys have to say about this now down in the comments below. As always, I'm going to be reading and responding to all those comments as they come in, and I'm excited to see what you have to say. Also, when you're done with that, please make sure to leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.